Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I have a project share, and this is a collaboration with my friend Crystal, who is Happy2Plan here on YouTube. We did a swap, and if you'd like to see the unboxing of that swap, I will leave the link for that down below. But we swapped spring junk journal crafty supplies with each other, and then we each made a journal with what we were given, and we used most of what we were given in the box and then added some things that we had in our stash. So that's what I wanted to show you here. This was a beautiful Reader's Digest book that she gave me, and this is the original cover. So beautiful. There's this beautiful flower print here, and then the spine was this pink with the gold embossing on there. I didn't keep the original spine because it pretty much fell off when I started looking at the book and taking apart. It just kind of fell off. So I went ahead and made my own spine. It's about almost 2-inch spine here, and I covered it with some fabric that she gave to me. So that was the only part that I covered. The rest of it's the original book. And then I added some rickrack trim. I had the pink in my stash. She gave me the blue trim there. I made a tassel with some of the ribbons and fabrics that she gave me. And then I added a little charm dangle with some charms and beads that I had in my stash. And then on the front here is a piece of a vintage chenille blanket that I had. It was actually just a piece of a blanket that I found at a thrift store. So I cut the flower out of that and added that on the front. And then this fabric she gave me, and I just sewed it together to make the ties, and that is glued into the front and the back of the cover. And then I added some pom-pom trim on the front there. And we open it up. This piece here was the first page in the Reader's Digest book, and I just loved that illustration there. And this, I don't know how to pronounce this, ex libri, but that just means that owner of the book, or like it's kind of like a nameplate of a book. So I can write in here like the year, or that's probably what I'll do, is write the year. So I made it a pocket. So I just made a little tag with some paper. I used one of the Michael's Hot Buys this year. And it looks like this. It's Backyard Table. That's the paper that I used throughout the book, as well as papers that she gave me in the swap. Here is one of the time cards that she sent or gifted me, and I added some rickrack, a little bunny like tattoo. Well, it was a rub-on, I guess. And then a bow and some fabric there. And then I sewed up some of the fabric. It's the fabric that I used on the spine. Here's a pocket. She gave me a collaged page, and so I cut it down to make a tag. I sewed around the edges, added some rickrack there, and then some fabric at the top. Here's a really cool page that she gave me. Tea-dyed paper. There's another vintage page. I made a little tuck here and added that. It's like a little debit ledger card. Here's another little side tuck with the guest check. She gave me lots of different vintage pages. This was from a typing book. That's from like a hymnal or a piano book. Here is a plant book. And then here's another tuck with some claim checks. I added some lace Another guest check, and then I made a little pocket there. I added 2 signatures to this book. Here's another really pretty page. These were 2 pages that I sewed. I didn't want to fold them like going horizontally. So what I did was I trimmed them down a little bit on the sides to make them the width of this book. And then I added a piece of paper folded in half, and I just sewed them into that piece of paper. On this page, she had given me some little, like a sequin mix and some foamies in these little glassine bags. So I just emptied them out and I glued them onto the page and added this bird paper with some blue dyed paper behind it and just made them little tag pockets. And these were some vintage playing cards that she had given me, so those slide right in there. Here's another little tuck. I made this a side pocket here. Here is a tag that I made. This was some paper, music paper that she gave me. It already had this really cool punched out side from where it fit into this, like the spiral of the book. So the holes were still intact, so I just weaved some ribbon in there. I did some edging with some vintage photo. I Mod Podged this bird image. It was from a napkin that she gave me. I did that onto one of the book pages from the Reader's Digest, and then I added this little fabric, little swatch thing here that I sewed. And that was fabric that she gave me as well. And then here is a vintage postage stamp cut out from an envelope. And then I added the ribbon at the top there. So I like how that turned out. Here is another little side pocket that was just from a book page that she gave me. And then here is a tag. I used a piece of that collaged paper that she sent. I added some trim down here and this little piece out of a book page. It was a Bambi book page, and then added fabric at the top there. There's another vintage book page, and here's the second signature. There's a gardening book there. Another cute kids book, vintage book. A recipe page. Here's a little side tuck. I just added this on the side there. Over here, I made just a little paper clip with some trims. It was like a eyelash yarn, but it's got a bunch of different yarns in there. I don't know what that's called. I really like that. I wish you could find yarn like that. At least I've never seen it at Joann's. There's another side pocket. It's a book page that she sent. I thought this was a beautiful paper, so I made it the centerpiece there so you could see the whole page. Here's an altered bingo card. She sent me the bingo card, and then I added some of the fabric that she sent with trims. This is a bird flash card, and then this little daisy she sent, as well as the ticket there, and then I added some of the rub-ons and fabric at the top. Here's a little tuck spot, and I added pom-pom trim there. Oops. I made a pocket out of one of the Edith Holden pages. I think that was her name. I think that's what that's from. With the other part of the collage page, I made it into a little book. So I just added some of the tea stained paper to the inside of it, and then I stitched all the way around just to add dimension, and then I stitched around that too. But I just love that collage page. It just looks, it looks awesome. I believe she has a video of her process of doing that, so I'll try and find it and link it down below for you. And that is the last page. And the inside of the back page there's just some of the paper, and then I made a little tuck there, and then on the back I showed you that before. So yeah, I was hoping on my tassel, I thought that I could fit, normally my lobster clasps will fit in between. I punch 2 holes and then add the lobster clasp in there, but this style, I wanted to use the darker like antique style, and that doesn't quite work that way. So what I need to do is find some of those ring fasteners, the Tim Holtz ones, but I didn't have any in my stash. So I just did it this way for now, and then I'm gonna try and find one of the ring fasteners and fix, kind of cover up that second hole there. But yeah, I really love how this turned out. I can't wait to get started working on it. This is kind of like my spring Easter junk journal. So I hope this gives you some inspiration. Go ahead and check out Crystal's video for today to see her journal that she made. It is really awesome. I've seen it in person, so I think you will really enjoy it. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Leave me a comment and subscribe. And go ahead and check out my Etsy shop. I have some fun journals in there right now. There are a couple Easter spring themed junk journals, the little golden books, and then I have some little telltale books that are in there, as well as some other items. So check that out, and I will see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.